All good? Okay, thank you.
Where do you want us? You want me to be on which side of?
There you go. You're good
Right
right
here?
there.
Okay.
Good afternoon. I'm Renee Gavin, the Emergency Manager from Muskegon County. And we're just here to discuss kind of the weather incident, what happened in Muskegon County. This morning we were struck by a severe storm system that continues to affect the Muskegon County area. Our emergency services have trained for these incidents and remain vigilant in the response efforts. The safety of our residents is our primary focus. This morning, 2 severe storm events came on shore from Muskegon to the Whitehall area. The first system arrived around 5:19 a.m. and the second around 5:55 a.m. The National Weather Service office in Grand Rapids reported winds from 68 to 71 miles per hour. Within the first hour of the storm system, there were 776 calls into 911. There were numerous reports of wires and trees down, including several trees that had fallen through homes. The Muskegon County Emergency Operations Center was opened and representatives from emergency service agencies from Muskegon County responded to assist. Primary highways are open, however, multiple residential and secondary roads remain closed due to power lines and debris on streets from Norton Shores to Muskegon to Whitehall. These roads include the areas of Whitehall and Michelinda Roads, Russell and Riley Thompson Roads, Seaway Drive, secondary roads in Blue Lake, Dalton, and Muskegon Townships. We are continuing to clear roadways and search for anyone who may be trapped in their homes or vehicles. Currently, around 37,000 residents are without power. We have 2 reported serious injuries caused from fallen trees. We ask everyone to please continue to obey all signage and barricades for your own safety. Those that are using generators, please keep them outdoors and away from windows. Anyone wishing to begin cleanup, please ensure to not cut anything where wires may be entangled in the debris. If you see a downed power line or tree that is marked with cones or caution tape, emergency crews have already been made aware of these. All other downed lines or reports of gas leaks should be reported to 911. Anyone that needs to report a missing or unaccounted for individual can call Muskegon County Central Dispatch at 231-722-3524, extension 1. This number is for missing persons only and is not for general questions or information. Anyone that is requiring immediate services such as food or temporary housing is asked to dial 211 or call 231-733-1155. If you have an emergency, please continue to call 911. We understand the impact the storm has had on everyone, and we ask for your continued support during this time as we continuously work to bring our community back and restore vital services. Thank you. And I'll introduce those that are with me.
Lieutenant Brandon Poole, the Norton Shores Police Department.
Lieutenant Austin Amont, Muskegon County Sheriff.
Rich Hodeman, Community Affairs Manager, Consumers Energy.
Bob Gagnon, Fire Chief for the City of Norton Shores.
Lieutenant Michelle Robinson, Public Information Officer, Michigan State Police 6th District.
And I'll turn it over to Rich Houdeman from Consumers if there are questions for him.
Yeah, I can give you a couple just general updates if you'd like before questions. Does that sound good? Okay. So my name is Rich Hodeman, Consumers Energy, a Community Affairs Manager. We had about, we want to provide a quick update. Right now, we've had about 40,000 restored customers with about 160,000 that were impacted in total. About about a third of those outages occurred in the Muskegon, Ottawa, and Newaygo areas. So That was where a lot of the damage was initially felt. As we speak, we're carrying out our plan. We have over 260 crews monitoring and battling our outages as we speak, and we are making plans to increase that level tomorrow. We're going to have some of our in-state collaborations leverage tomorrow, and we should also have about 5 out-of-state crews coming in to give us some support. We just really want to say thank you to all of our customers that are patient through this process, the local communities we work with. We're out in the streets together, cutting and clearing and creating a safer environment as we begin to restore. Our crews will be working 16-hour shifts, working long shifts, and our crews will be out there until the last customer is restored. We do anticipate this will be a multi-day event, but we're hopeful that based on the progress we're having, we're hopeful that many will be restored by the end of the day tomorrow. But we know that some could stretch into Friday. We just also want to say, we just approach our outages. We have to create a safe environment. Then we have to do our damage assessment. So it's really important that we understand what our crews need, so that when they go out there, they have the resources needed to do the job in a timely way. And then lastly, obviously, full restoration is ideal. So I'm happy to take any questions if I didn't hit on those during my statement.
Yeah, I got a question.
Sure.
I saw a mobile command center out at the Meyer in North Muskegon. What is that, and how does that work?
No, that's great. So we want to give really focused attention to this area, and we can be very nimble with our crews and dispatching and getting information and intel. We also have a store trailer right next door to it, so crews can go to it, get poles, insulators, splices, and things like that. So we can be really boots on the ground with our leadership and our crews and our equipment, so we can quickly turn around those times. So versus having to go back to our service center or another area, we can have those things in the field. Any other questions? Okay.
We'll be giving periodic updates on our social media. That would be the Facebook page for Muskegon County Emergency Services. Also, MSP is sharing information on their Twitter and Facebook pages and other pages. Anything else? You're sharing information on your social media?
Absolutely, and I think you covered a great safety message. So thanks for covering those areas. That's really important.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you very much.
I have a question for police or fire. You said there were a couple injuries. Can you say what those were?
You have the reports of the injuries?
I don't. I just know that there were 2 reported injuries due to trees.
Do you know if those trees fell on a house or?
I don't have that information at this time.
Do you know whereabouts those occurred? In Whitehall, where in the county perhaps?
No, we have a long list of stuff, and I don't have those specifics at this time.
There was one crash this morning on 31 near White Lake Drive. That's where one of the individuals was injured, and then there was an individual that was out jogging and was struck by a tree. So those are the 2 serious injuries that we've been accounted for, but we're still in a recovery effort at this point, where we really highly encourage individuals that if they know of someone that they haven't seen that may still be in their homes and cannot get out, that is something that we do want to have you report right away to make sure that we can provide assistance to them as soon as possible.
You said someone was jogging and the tree fell on them.
That's the report that we've originally received.
Okay. And have you had anyone report concerns of a missing person, or is that just a precaution?
That's just a precaution. Anytime that you have any kind of major weather incident such as this, especially when we have the roads that are blocked right now, that we're trying to get to all of those residents that maybe they can't get out of their driveways. We want to ensure the safety of all the citizens that are in Muskegon County.
Earlier in the day, it was reported that about 50% of Muskegon County, I think it was Muskegon County roads, were impassable due to closures. Is that number gone down at all, or is it? Are we around still the same amount of closures?
Unknown. There's barricades that are put in place that are in some of those major roadways that were mentioned, but I don't have a number for you.
The crews are out there, both road commission crews, but it's, you know, it's a really difficult situation right now as we have those down power lines. We want to ensure that no one is clearing any debris off a roadway or anything along that, so that they're not causing damage to themselves or harm to themselves from trying to access these, the debris and the lines that might be in those debris, or lines that are in the debris. So we really encourage individuals that if they see a tree or a line that's been marked with those cones or caution tape on there, that has already been accounted for. But, you know, the major roadways, earlier this morning when this first came through, US 31 northbound, I believe it was closed. That has been reopened, so the major highways are now open. We do still have the closure on Seaway because of a down power line. So as consumers comes in and clears those lines, more roads are going to open, because that will allow emergency crews to come in to cut that debris back and open those roadways.
Of the two severe weather lines that rolled in, was either one of them of a greater severity?
According to the National Weather Service, the second system that came through was the one that had the higher sustained winds of 71 miles per hour. So, but because of the severity of them coming in so close back to back, that's what created that dual system that created so much damage.
And as far as on the fire side, I just want to assure everybody that we have fire crews throughout Muskegon County, boots on the ground, going through neighborhoods and assessing the damage and doing whatever they got to do to work with the road commission on getting these roadways opened up, get them passable again. So.
Anything else? Thank you very much, and we will be putting updates on social media, and then if we have any additional press conference or releases, then we'll put that information out also. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Can I just grab some name spellings real quick?
Yeah.
First name and your title.